Hello, it's me. Where am I? Dallas, Texas. You can tell by my Dallas, Texas art. Yeah, that is. I'm here in Dallas, Texas at the Days Inn, rooming with a weird Polish guy. People are talking about the Super Bowl coming up. So I figured in this video I should talk about that. But I'm not gonna, because I don't know diddly about sports. The only sports I watch are boxing and UFC, and I haven't even watched those lately. Here's the thing about football. I don't give a fuck about football. It's boring. Toss a ball here, toss a ball there. Instead, I'm going to talk about bullies. Bullies suck. If you're a bully, then you suck hard. I'm thinking of a specific moment when I stood up to my first bully. Wait, no. The first one I can think of, I was in the first grade. We were in class, and the teacher goes, "All right, students, get to your workstations and get to work." And I'm walking, and this big girl comes up. She starts pushing me like, "What you gonna do about it?" I'm like, "What?" And I had my glasses too, you know. Kind of a bigger head as well. And I just remember her pushing me. I'm just like, she's like, I guess she didn't think I was, gonna fucking cry. I didn't mean to make you cry. And it's like, just like, okay, let's go, just move on. Her and her friend, they're just like, we didn't mean to. Okay, let's just go. I'm uncomfortable. Let's see, another time I dealt with a bully though. Let's see, I didn't really stand up to that bully. I just kind of cried my way out of that one. I'm just a sensitive guy, I guess, Another time dealing with a bully. There was this girl in that same class. There was a lot of bullies in that fucking grade. A lot of girl bullies that liked to bully me. And they were all huge as fuck too. They were like massive compared to me. And this other one, I remember, she took my seat. I was sitting there walking back to my seat. And she goes, "Sorry, not," and sits down on my seat. And I'm like, "What the hell?" The teacher's like, "Hey, Megan," I remember her name was Megan. "Yeah, I'm gonna call you out, Megan. Megan, what are you doing? No, that's Jonathan's seat now." And she's like, "Ah," and I was like, I'll try to whisper this too. I'm like, "Also," and she said she's not sorry either. And the teacher's like, "Oh, see that? He's trying to take up for you. He said you were sorry. All right, like that's how nice he is." I'm like, "No, I'm not trying to be nice. I'm trying to snitch and say, hey, she said she wasn't sorry. That's insult to injury. Double punish." She's like, "Oh, see, Johnny's a nice boy. You see, you're like he's so nice. I'm gonna leave you with a warning, Megan. All right, let's go, Johnny. Let's go sit over here." I'm like, damn it, no. Oh man, that was pathetic. The first time I do remember actually standing up, where I got, said it with my chest, was like, bucked up, was middle school. I went to the school named Highland Middle School. I don't know what it was. That school was, whew. First time I was welcome to the jungle. It was like, you'd get on the bus, there'd be like nowhere to sit. Side note, they would go to the candy store and get on the bus with candy. And a lot of times they'd be like, "I'm going to get some annihilators. Some annihilators. Let me get some of your annihilators." I would just be sitting there thinking the whole time, sitting quiet, a quiet introvert with my books in my hand, thinking, annihilators. Annihilators? Like, what the hell are they talking about? Turns out they were talking about now and laters, the candy, accents. So I was on the bus, and, seats filled up everywhere. No seats here, people are gonna have to stand, which it's a violation on itself. Kids fucking got packed standing going to school. Like, I don't see how that was allowed to happen for so many years, but eventually they fixed it. But I noticed their seat open. There's this girl sitting there. She's like, "Ain't nobody sitting here." I was like, "Oh, hell no. I don't care who you are. We ain't having that." You know what I'm saying? Sit down with my books. She's like, "Oh, hell no, you gonna get up." She's like kicking me. She's like, "Move." Elbowing me. Bow, bow. I'm like, ugh. Oh, people were fucking helping her. Why you sitting down with him? All of her girlfriends stood up like fucking vultures. They just fucking swarmed me. "Why you sitting with him? You get up." Yoking me up. Get the fuck off me, bitches. Get back. Help. But you think the bus driver did something about it? Hell no. The bus driver just kept pushing like she didn't fucking hear shit. So meanwhile, I'm getting choked. I'm getting kicked. I'm getting books thrown at my head. Get up, get up. I'm just, I'm standing my ground. Headshot, book bag, fist, foot, bitch slap, another bitch slap. After I had to say, it was at least a good 10, 15 minutes of them kicking the shit out of me. They eventually wore themselves out. And they had raspy ass cigarette voices. "This one's strong. All right, he's strong. He can go." Ghetto West End girls. Whew, they were tough back in the day. I don't know if they still are. I haven't been over there in a while. Girls, they weren't no joke. After they smelt defeat, after kicking the shit out of me, I'm still sitting there just like, "I shall not be moved." So they're just like, I remember the one, after her girlfriends, they all sat down, they're all tired. The one next to me just like, whipped her phone at me. She had it like on a fucking strap. She whipped her phone at me. Pow! One last jab at me. Like, I'm like, whew. Now that's what I call a victory. The second time I stood up to a bully. Same school, same situation. Basically, there was this kid named Ty Toriano. I kid you not, this was his name. Big, black behemoth. Like, what's a fucking 30-year-old doing in middle school? I swear this kid was scary as fuck. If you can call him a fucking kid, looked like a fucking grown-ass 30-year-old man. Wore tank tops every day. He would like fuck with me and like a few other kids, like basically every day. Twist our titties, slap our heads, pow! For no reason. We'd get, I guess because we were considered soft. We were like nerds, had nerdy glasses, watched anime. I don't know. This kid fuck with us every day. Basically, it was me, a guy named Latoni, and a dude named Anthony, I think. He'd pick one to fuck with each and every day. So one day we were in class, and he's like fucking with me one particular day, and he was like fucking talking shit. Like, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up on the bus. And I'm like, oh yeah? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna give you some of these. I'm gonna give you one of these. And he's like, oh yeah? I'd like to see you try that. Let's see what you do after school. We're gonna see. I was scared fucking shitless. I was scared shitless, I was. Okay, so now I'm sweating. I'm like, oh shit, why the fuck did I say that? So I'm fucking hyping myself up for the end of the day, because I know after the bus, I'm gonna have to probably fight this giant man mountain. We get on the bus. We all crowd on the bus, one by one. I'll take my seat. He takes the seat in front of me and looks back. He turns around and he twists my titty. Take that. And I'm like, all right. I put my books down. I'm like, all right, you want to fucking go? Let's go! And they're all like, oh shit. Like, oh, look out. Mike Tyson was quiet too. And Ty Toriano, he's like hovering over me like, all right. He's looking around like, and he just sits down. And I'm like, and nobody says nothing. I'm like, oh, okay. That was it. Then he starts fucking with Latoni. Pow, pow, pow. I'm like, damn, fuck. He's like slamming his head into the window. I'm like, holy fuck. I think it was the next day again. He tries me again. Latoni's sitting next to me. Ty Toriano sits in front of us. And he's like, all right, it's time to get some purple nurples going. I'm gonna twist your titties. And I'm just like, And he's like, okay, fine. He's like, you're cool. But he looks at Latoni and he's like, yanking his shit. Latoni's just like curled up in a ball. I'm just like, poor guy. I shall never get bullied ever again. Except for that town I was in. While I was in that small Colorado Kingsburg town, me and some of my roommates were hanging out outside of a house. We were on the street and we were talking, and this kid, little chubby ginger kid, comes up. We hear him say something. Bah, 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 bah. What'd he say? What'd he say? What'd you say, kid? That's not your property. We're like, oh, okay. One of these. But my roommates are getting pissed. They're just like, man, get the fuck out of here. They're like, yeah, my mood's ruined, man. They're like, let's just get out of here. Let's just go. And so they walk off. And me and my other boy, Quill, we were walking. He's like, this little fat bitch just ruined my whole mood. And the kid's just like walking. And I noticed though, like while we're walking down like his way to our house, he like steps in the street because he, of course he doesn't want to get fucked up by two giant black dudes coming his way. But first he says something again. I'm like, Quill, what'd he say? He told us not to look at him like that. And I'm just like, what the hell is going on here? What is this? I don't want to call it racism, but short little white kid telling 3 grown black men that that's not their property. And then like, what is this? I don't know. Is that racist? You tell me in the comments. I'm not gonna say that the short little fat ginger kid was racist, but it's a possibility. Yeah, that kid was a bully. I felt bullied. Well, that's enough bully stories for now. Enjoy your Super Bowl or whatever.